You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
Feels like it's been a while since we've gotten back to Major League Baseball, and although we've been keeping up with it, a lot's happened since we actually took in a game. For example, the Milwaukee Brewers, I believe, did clinch the NL Central. Aren't too many other teams that have actually clinched their division, just a lot of playoff spots that have been grabbed so far. But the Yankees can actually grab a whole bunch of things tonight with a win over the Orioles, and the White Sox still have 120 losses. Now they have to get their rest of their season against Detroit, who is fighting to stay in the wild card, along with Kansas City and with Minnesota on their heels. As for me, yeah, I've already altered my White Sox hat into something that I hope will read sucks. But yeah, some fans have considered it the most White Sox thing they could do is just to win out to avoid the record. Damn. I think it was just as cruel as everything that all those athletics fans put themselves today with the last home game for the Oakland A's. Let me make sure I am looking at this correctly. Yeah, they actually swept the Angels. Won last night 7-0, 4-3 the night before, and 3-2 on Tuesday. So they have been pushing this off as far as they possibly can. I remember the Cubs doing the same thing the last time they made it to 100 losses in a season. Meanwhile, I'm not sure who that is in the booth, but maybe they'll bring it back up. But yeah, if somebody was going to get them into 121, Detroit should be able to do it. Emphasis on should. I know they're a division rival and everything, and you can never predict for those kind of games, but that's where we sit tonight. And no, there is no bingo tonight. I am saving that for the CFL game this weekend, which, remember, is going to be Ottawa versus Saskatchewan. And before that, voted on by my audience, I'll be going live for Harvard versus Brown. Oh. Saturday is going to be a long day, but a very fun one. Tonight, even when I was a young Orioles fan, this is way back in the day, yeah, the Yankees were always the evil empire. Woo. So, I mean, I'm guessing I should root for the Baltimore Orioles because, like, the odds are good that at least one of the Yankees players has been on a flight to Turkey, if you get my drift. Oh, yeah, go Nerds. Well, I may have mentioned this on the program before, MKI, but have you ever heard of the University of Chicago? Well, it is like a real wonky policy, brain person type school on the south side of Chicago. Like the level of intelligence wonk, the first actual split atom was done there on their football field. Oh, I also forgot to mention that for the first couple decades of the Big Ten, the University of Chicago was a major presence. They were considered a top level team with coaches and players that like created positions and ideas that are stuck in the game now, like the linebacker position. And then in the middle of World War II, their dean shut down all the sports programs to go focus back on academics. And it was only relatively recently that they got a football program back. And the University of Chicago Maroons only exist right now as a Division III school. And hello, you as well, Luke. I hope you're doing well today. I also got to look at the Detroit Lions injury report. Oh. Yeah, I mean the ones that really hurt are Frank Ragnow and Sam Laporta. Uh, Melifonwu and Skipper are both rough just because of what an important part I know they have both played on our teams. All right, I understand getting by happens to all of us. And meanwhile, Brian Branch, Aline McNeil, and everybody else is limited practice. It's exactly why I say I don't try to make predictions about us winning the Super Bowl, because there is no guarantee that the best possible version of this team will be with us all season. I mean, we've already got Brian Branch with his first concussion of the year. Well, I guess on the bright side, we will have we'll get reacquainted with all the highlights of both of these teams, including Gunnar Henderson, of course, from the Orioles. They had it listed as oh yeah, Corbin Burns will be pitching for the Orioles, and meanwhile Garrett Cole will be on the mound for the Yankees, and there he is right now, Mr. Garrett Cole. 7-5 on the season with 3.67 ERA. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know exactly what he says to all those players or what he's exactly looking for, but Dan Campbell makes his players love and enjoy wanting to play for him, and if a pectoral injury, Frank Ragnow is daring to play through that as a center, that seems like a very dangerous thing to play through. I mean, the image that sticks in my head, as always, is the horse Boxer from Animal Farm saying, "I work harder for the rest of his life," right up until the point where they take him to the knackers. But never mind that right now. We've got Gunnar Henderson up to bat in the festering hellhole known as Yankee Stadium, and he will immediately foul that one away for a strike. I'm not exactly sure what they're cheering right now. literally referred to it as putting him down. Yeah, that's... I cannot figure out what the hell they're cheering. They keep changing it up every 5 seconds. I guess they're getting in playoff mode early. Meanwhile, that'll get chopped foul right on the line. We are up to 2-2 now. Well, Montreal at Toronto or Buffalo at Senators. Which NHL game should True North watch? They're going to try the opposite field, and Judge will run from center field to make the catch. First out of the game. All right. Yeah, I would flip a coin as well. But I'd be more interested in seeing Ottawa. But then again, I'm also a sicko, apparently. The Sox sweeping the Tigers and avoiding 121. I think they'll try like hell, but I don't think they'll be able to stay away from it. The other thing that concerns me is all the players have to have figured out at some point that the people are simply coming to the game to watch them, break that record. They're rooting for the home team to lose. And that's got to be doing an extra number on their heads. And John Jay, hope you're doing well. And that goes for anybody else who's just like kind of hovering in the channel but not participating in chat. You're welcome here too. We're kind of keeping track of the Orioles and the Yankees right now. Westberg is up with a 3-1 count right now. Garrett Cole getting a little sloppy and now about to get a pitch clock violation. But they don't count it because he swung anyway, I guess. So now we're up to 2 outs. Great. Of course he does. They're going to put him on a hard pitch count and take him out by the 4th inning. It is now Santander coming up 3rd. Sporting a 237 average while the camera lingers lovingly on the face of Aaron Judge. Might be his final start for the Sox. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if he gets traded away, possibly for peanuts. But he's also asking a lot because of how he got just put back into the starter role, I think almost out of desperation. And then I feel like it might have gone to his head. He was asking so much money. Put 10 on Birmingham getting promoted for the next period of promotion and relegation. It's at minus 800 now. So, meanwhile, Rizzo will get that chopper and end the first inning with an easy grounder. Oh, yeah, I saw it, Jay. It was the thing that was on just before this game came on. There was a fan that ran onto the field and danced in a fairly intimidating manner in front of the very angry cops. And then there was the smoke bomb that got thrown out onto the field when the count reached 0-2, I believe. This was in the final out, by the way. Just for perspective, this was all going down in the final out of the final Rangers batter. Oh, yeah. In case the lurkers don't understand what the local Canadian is talking about, Uh, we do a music show on Mondays. Well, we had to push it to Tuesdays because my football team is playing on Monday night, and so I mean, I have to be live for that. But we do this music show. I take requests from our audience and anybody else who happens to drop nearby. And of course, the world around me is inspiring me greatly this week, as a few of you on the Patreon might have seen already. At least two smoke bombs today. One final out and one earlier in the game. Oh, damn. Jeremy Swayman seeking 8-year deal with the Bruins, still not in training camp as of now. Yeah, requests are still going to close on Sunday. I'm going to be taking those extra days to try to just do backstage improvements, and I will just leave it at that. Besides, I should remind you all that because our show is being pushed today, that puts it in October, which means not only is it time to think about the Halloween requests that you might want to put in further down the road, but also because we like to do it with covers. Covers, remixes, anything where one song is pretending to be another for whatever reason. Corbin Burns gets a ball on his first pitch of the night. So yeah, just other things to consider because we've got the October run of another stupid streaming show coming up. Yeah. Of course they would, John Jay. Meanwhile, the Buffalo Sabres have appointed Rasmus Dahlin as their new captain for the 24-25 season. Oh yeah, the new Beetlejuice. I hope you enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And we got to 0-2. That one missed away, down 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah. I found out also today, John Jay, as part of the A's agreement being in Sacramento, that if the A's do make the playoffs, that they will be played in Sacramento. Like the goal is to have the stadium is to have it anywhere else besides Sacramento. Oh, Mr. Pizzle, greetings, salutations. Oh, what a week. Are you going to be safe? Because I heard that there are 20-foot waves that are heading toward Tallahassee and that all the Waffle Houses have closed in that area. Meanwhile, Brewers beat the Pirates 5-2. That's their minor league stadium. Yeah, I think I did remember that. Ah, and Rachel is here as well, as Juan Soto is up. Huh. The game was a sellout, but those upper decks were suspiciously empty. So I think they only sold out the decks that they opened. Now up to 0-2 very quickly on Juan Soto. Burns taking his time, and he gets him to miss low. Okay. This is a second out for the Yankees here in the bottom of the first. And A's were doing a giveaway, but oh, I can't wait to hear what the but is for this. Meanwhile, oh yeah, Aaron Judge, hero of the day so far. It's ball one as that one misses away. That one's little heat, more heat, but very low to the ground. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Cracked foul with a lot of heat on it. Finally 2-1. No. I think these days God sends hurricanes to Florida to remind the homeowners insurance companies down there that guillotines can exist for them too if they don't pay up. A really bad stadium replica given away to fans when they leave the game in or after the seventh inning. Woof. And a wind advisory for Kentucky. Yeah, I saw indications that they expected the storms to finally peter out by the time it reached essentially southern Illinois. Where are we up to now? Oh, Aaron Judge has a full count. Burns is waiting. The crowd is silent here at the pest jewel that is Yankees Stadium, and he struck him out. Wow. And Corbin Burns strikes out the side for the first inning. Nice. Yeah, I know. Well, the thing is, Angie, we should have been celebrating the Padres giving us the worst record in Major League Baseball history, but they failed us on that account. So, I'm not sure what you're complaining for right now. Plus, the Chargers seem to be letting Herbert die behind the line again. Of course, she's got nothing to say to that. Yeah, I think it's time to close the Lions injury report before that gets even more depressing. As for this Saturday, yeah, that, as far as I can tell, Rachel, that doesn't seem to be a very difficult thing to do when it comes to the LA Chargers anymore. So, and like I said, it's the Chiefs. They'll be fine. They can eat all they want. Actually, that's something that I should look up because although it's approaching, I haven't looked a bit at the NFL schedule. Yeah. And see, that's the kind of talk, MKI, that is going to get you in trouble with God, because expressing disappointment with Travis Kelce, you may as well be expressing disappointment with God himself. Let's get our proper season up. Oh, it begins then. Oh. Oh, we can have some fun on for this start of the NHL season. Sorry, just looking over the upcoming contests. Meanwhile, we've reached up into the top of the second. We've got Cowser batting now for the Orioles. Will foul it away to make it 1-2. Do I really want to do that one? Nah, that seems a little too cruel. I also can't find the first Capitals game on here. By the way, count is currently 2-2 on Cowser. Oh, October 12th. Huh. Oh, now here they are. Talking up the last day for the Oakland A's. If I had to guess, that was under orders from MLB in order to keep anybody from making, we will say, comments about the fact that the A's are moving. Yeah. I heard bad things are coming about the category Helene. Rutschman is now up. He'll watch that one fall in the dirt with the count even at 1 apiece. I'm hoping Ottawa doesn't disappoint me this Saturday. Every time I've tuned into them, expecting to see them justify their 8-5 record. Meanwhile, Soto gets the second out on a line shot to right field. But yeah, the Red Blacks keep disappointing me every time. It's like kind of the way the Rough Riders have this season. I always feel like I should expect more out of them, and then they break my heart every time. All right, so we are up to 2 outs here in the top of the second. O'Hearn will watch that curve to the outside. Make it 1-0. He's taking his time. That will be cracked right to the second baseman. Easy play. Of course they're playing Wake Me Up When September Ends. Yeah, all of those songs are getting put into the classic rock sports outro playlist. Meanwhile, we already have scoring. Buffalo 1, Ottawa 1. Hooray. Okay. All right. Might be able to do that. But that is later. Sorry, I'm looking ahead at the NHL games. That is arriving before we know it. Well, William Karlsson out of practice. Why? Do we have any news? No, it's transactions. Remains out of practice. Injury-related reasons, and they have not released anything about what's going on with him, and no timetable for return. Okay. Meanwhile, Leafs are ahead of the Canadiens 1-0. Will Ovi catch Gretzky? After how much it feels like Ovi fell off last season, MKI, I doubt it. Unless, and this is the only thing that I think could help, is if a few more scoring threats emerge on the team that will force their opponents to, draw the focus of the defenders and leave more opportunities for Ovi to unload the howitzer. Wells will chop immediately into the first base, and he'll run it just as quickly. One out here in the bottom of the second. Yeah. Well, True North, if everything goes truly wrong, you may be able to get the Capitals in the playoffs once again. Meanwhile, Stanton will look at an 0-1 cutter for his first pitch. And he gets underneath it, and that's going to be lifted enough to get out of the park. Solo shot, and the Yankees are up 1-0 off of Corbin Burns. Oof. Giancarlo Stanton, 377 feet. And the Yanks take an early lead. Oh, yeah, you got to get a fight in a preseason game, That's just practice for the real fights that you get in later at home. I mean, later in the regular season. Meanwhile, they will hit the gap and get another single. And now the Yankees have runner on first after getting the first run of the game. Yeah, never change, NFL. Damn, the rest of this fall is going to be brutal. As much as I love when the hockey games come in, having to fold them in is always the challenge. And while Dominguez will take a big cut on a curveball low. 0-1. I'm amazed that he ended up getting it. And they chase the runner back to first. Burns appears to be aiming outside. They tried to catch him on the outside corner. Dominguez was not biting. We're 1-1, and the announcers are already bored and drunk, making jokes is about 86th. And he gets one called at the lower part of the zone at 1-2. Yeah, they won last night. I think their next game isn't until Friday. And that's for the start of their three-game series against Detroit to end the season. And damn, swing and a miss. that will get us to 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Yes. Keep talking about the announcer's uniform because there's nothing else going on in the game. They'll get a low strike on Anthony Rizzo. Oh my goodness. They are going through all of the did you know facts tonight. Nothing to talk about in the game or the season or the performance of the players. It is Jeopardy trivia all the way down. Second strike on Anthony Rizzo after a huge cut in the dirt. Yeah, we did sweep the second worst team in the AL, and that possibly is something to hang our hat on, but it was honestly the feeling of when are they just going to get it over with? Once again, Burns chases the runner back to first. Four seconds left on the pitch clock. Here's delivery on 2. And a called low strike on Rizzo, who is shaking his head at the plate. Wow. All right. End of the second, and now solo shot from Giancarlo Stanton, and we've got a 1-0 lead for the Yankees as we go into the top of the third. Also, Simon says, oh, we're getting all the good stuff back. Hockey is almost back. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's going to be tons of alternate programming coming sooner than you think, folks. Sooner than you think. Oh, yeah. Cowboys versus Giants. Like, I can only imagine like how painful that is going to be for William, our mod, to have to take in because, I mean, granted, the Giants did quite well last week in beating the living daylights out of the Cleveland Browns, as everybody should, as is your duty as a patriotic American. But yeah, this feels like one of those games where the Cowboys are just going to refuse to lose to a division rival and suddenly remember how to play again. Plus, I very much doubt Dak Prescott wants to have more one-on-one time with Jerry Jones than he absolutely needs to. They're really stretching out the ads as we get closer to the playoff race. Now here we are the third, and Ramon Urias is up to bat. Oh boy. Hello, Mr. Sticks. I hope you're doing well as Urias will foul that pitch away down the third base line. We're up to 0-2. I'm just trying to see if there's any other updates on the Hurricane Helene that I may have missed. No, just a lot of warnings and thoughts for people not only in Georgia but Tallahassee. We're up to 1-2 now for Urias, and that one will just drift outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just having a casual night here, taking the Orioles Yankees game, also getting caught up on all the sports things that can happen within a week. There's always too much to keep track of. Vitamins, Borderlands, and the stream. Sounds like a good combination, man. Right now, batter's up to a full count. Cole will give the foul. It taps the catcher, and it bounces off several of his unpadded body parts. Yeah, goes off the... Yeah, oh, it got him on the inside of the knee. Ooh. I thought that hit the wrist, but no, it just went straight from the bat to the inside of the knee. Oh, that looked like it hurt like hell. And they even got the trainer out to check on him now, so we've got a little pause going. And Cole is going to go over and have a sit down while they, I'm assuming, take an extra check in. The catcher saying, of course, that he can play through it. The umpire going over to make sure that they're not doing anything weird or untoward. And I'm assuming that the player is in good shape. It looks like he's going to be okay. He's not happy about, being in a severe amount of pain. But, oh, yeah, no, that was definitely a fuck that he just exclaimed. Yeah, I saw that earlier, Leif. The Mariners got eliminated today. At least they held on until the last few games of the season. A lot of other teams didn't. Mm-hmm. Hey, well, the 3-2 would be right to the shortstop. Easy. So that makes the first out of here in the third inning. True North. I think the fact that the shenanigans in New York City deal with international borders, I think that makes it worse. Yeah, Leif, I'm not over that, I don't think. I just want it to be over. All right, Mullins is sitting at a 1-1 count. That effort by Cole will miss low. 2-1 now. Let's get another look here at the MLB standings. Mullins fouls it back to become 2 balls, 2 strikes. They play that creepy frickin' music on the organ for the Phantom of the Opera. I'm not sure why. Cole taking his time on the delivery for the 2-2. And it is enough heat to strike him out. Honestly, I think he's taken out the soda removal, and now he's getting rid of the bowl of Werthers. All right, McCann's at 1-0. No, Jerry Reisdorf is going to leave nothing in the locker room but a couple bowls of little boxes of raisin and dental floss. Mariners and Red Sox make for a sad September. As has been a frequent joke around Chicago for years, except for the year that they sold their soul, that Cubs stands for completely useless by September. Meanwhile, that will be fouled down the line. They chase it, and it will go into the stands. And now 2-2. I mean, I would hope that, having the home run leader and who is apparently now the biggest base stealing threat in the majors, why would they want to take that chance on him pitching? And damn, they missed and got the full count. Crowd is upset. Meanwhile, Buffalo and Ottawa are tied at 1 at the end of the first. Oh, did they? McCann will foul it away again, 2-2. Oh yeah, the Nationals. Okay, that makes sense. That the Royals would sweep them. That would be absolutely very proper and suitable that the Royals would sweep the Nationals. Meanwhile, Cole has walked somebody, and we have our first base runner for Baltimore. Oh yeah, the next series, unfortunately for KC, the Braves, and yeah, they may be stumbling a little bit lately, but still, that's a rough opponent to draw for the last few games of the season. Best of luck. I don't think they've been officially eliminated as far as the NL wild card is concerned. I'll look forward just to make sure. Yeah, they are a game back of the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are currently neck and neck with the New York Mets. So that is all. And the Braves-Mets series will move to the 30th. Oh, yeah. They apparently have 2 games to make up, and essentially they could be determining who plays the Milwaukee Brewers at the beginning of the playoffs. And while Henderson will get jammed up into left field, and Chisholm will get the final out to end the Orioles' time in the 3rd inning. All right, still 1-0. Yankees got 2 hits, 1 run. The O's have diddly right now, but you can thank Garrett Cole for that. Boy, I cannot wait for how many overreactions there will be now that hockey season has begun. It is also just it, I'm looking at the schedule here in the beginning of the season. Sabres, Devils, Blues, Kraken, Bruins, Panthers, Blackhawks, Utah. Oh, they are going to have to tread so carefully when they decide on that name. Oh. Ellie had 65, Shohei 56, Bryce Turang 47. Damn. Far and away the ones outstanding in their field. Actually, let's. I hadn't taken a good look at the NFL standings. I had completely ignored it, and of course the Steelers are 3-0 at the top of the AFC North. I mean, better than the Browns, I suppose, but yeah, AFC South looks real strange. The Texans are the only ones doing anything. Chiefs are going to be okay. Bills are on top, and hopefully the Jets are a fluke because, once again, we cannot afford to give Aaron Rodgers anything. He will suck up all the oxygen and leave none for the rest of us. Here at the bottom of the third, we have Volpe up to bat, and he will hit the opposite direction, a pop play right to the right fielder. And just as quickly, we have out number one. I understand the Seahawks fans are not exactly most confident about their team, that they can have stretches of why are you playing this way, why are you disappointing me, and then they pull it together at the end. But we have so many injuries in key areas. I am afraid of what is going to happen to us on Monday night. A Utah Soakers jersey. Yeah. True North, the odds are good. They all probably know what that means, so the chances of them putting that on as the mascot is very low. Very low. As I'm assuming are probably all the ones that will involve any jokes about bigamy. Yeah. Sounds about right. Us being that far down on the list. Meanwhile, that one's very far away from Torres. It will be 2-2. But it'll get him chasing on the outside. As the sixth strikeout for Corbin Burns so far? Wow. Wow, and there is so little going on in this game that they are talking about Detroit right now instead of focusing on this. And I wonder why I don't cover baseball more often on the show. I think it's because after 162 games, you just run out of ways to talk about it. 1-1 to Soto. Big hack at one of the dirt. Goes nowhere. 1-2. Come on, Detroit. You got to be able to finish this off, especially against the White Sox. Can't embarrass yourselves that badly. We need you. We need you to do this. Meanwhile, Burns will leave that one dribbling in the dirt, 2-2. Inching closer and closer to our own pause for the cause, which we always take here in the middle of the fourth inning. Meanwhile, Soto will foul that into the inside of his own foot. Yes, he has. Dead teams coming back. It's very exciting. They cannot frame it properly. No amount of catcher assistance is going to make that a strike. Now a full count to Juan Soto. Hopefully nobody ever, in the lower generation ever asks where Poochie is. Those were some definite helmet throws on that strikeout. 7th for Corbin Burns, and we move to the top of the 4th. Oh, also, True North, I know this will probably break your heart, but we are starting to reach the points where the students no longer understand the Simpsons references used by college professors in all their PowerPoints. So the culture divide is happening again, and honestly, I, for one, could not be more proud. All right, let's see what other college nonsense I'm missing this weekend, because although the strange people that I have in my subscriber base have sent me off to the Ivy Leagues, I think it's probably worth it to check out what else is going on. Oh, damn, right now we're missing out on Army versus Temple, and Army's up 7-0. They're actually 3-0 so far this season. Yeah, we're definitely not looking in on the Army-Navy game again, but I might have another idea. Oh man, that big matchup tomorrow night, Washington versus Rutgers. And to think we could have been watching Western Kentucky versus Boston College. All right, back we go. Garrett Cole's got a fouled ball away. This is Westberg back up to bat. Let's see. Oh, Wisconsin versus USC. There'll be a one right in the dirt, and he gets him with a millisecond to spare. Damn. Cole had to rush off the mound, and I don't think he was very happy about the prospect. And he does it from throw from a low position inside arm. Does it. As another out gone for the O's. Santander will watch that one droop for a 1-0 count. Follow-up is big miss from the Heat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wow, I don't know how Bittersweet Symphony is supposed to whoop up the crowd at a baseball game, but okay. Some brave decisions being made by the people who are working these music booths at the sports games. Okay. Jam him inside with that heat, and they get up to 2-2. Okay. Taking his time with that pitch, and Santander fouls it away. That's another one in the dirt. We have full count again. They're already talking playoffs and how wonderful winning the division and getting that bye is. Thank you for telling us the things we already know about baseball. This one will go to right, however, it won't have the strength to make it past midfield. That is out number 2. Oh, wow. They're talking about positive energy as far as division and wild card winners. We have got the deep thinkers here on the live broadcast of the MLB network. No strategy, no stats, only vibes. That one's high, 1-1. Colton Cowser up again. Who will miss it outside, and the umpire, was not willing to give it. Damn. And they will catch him low. 2-2 now. And if it matters, the Mets have to go and play a doubleheader. He'll end the 4th with a strikeout. And yeah, this is going to be a very, very quiet, very quick game as long as Garrett Cole is in. So we will take ourselves a pause for the cause, maybe find something nice and stimulating that we can inject into our veins to keep us up for the rest of this. Y'all should probably do the same. And another Stupid Sports Show will return in just a little bit for the rest of O's and Yankees here on a Thursday night. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. All right, we are back in the bottom of the fourth. Corbin Burns has already allowed a runner on base. I didn't know exactly see how because, to be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention. When you happen to have a cat in your lap, things like that don't seem important anymore. What can I say? So what's he going to do against Wells? Well, he will get a called strike. And while the Marlins are over the Twins in the middle of the second, we'll get that tapped foul. 0-2. Judge with a decent lead right now. Aiming toward the outside in case Judge decides he wants to pick. That'll be right to the shortstop, but well around The horn for a double play. 6-4-3. Shortstop to second to first. End up getting it right to Henderson, and around we go. Very nice. Stanton wanted to go big again, and he just swung at one that was not even over the plate. Wow, they catch the corner. I didn't think they would. Wow, they're saying that a lot for the members of the Yankees. They're not what they used to be, but they're still good. And they've said that about Judge as far as his running, Giancarlo Stanton as far as his swinging, and Anthony Rizzo as far as his bat. Oh, really? 18th season as the Penguins' capital. Good for him. Yeah, I heard he also restructured his contract so that it would open up more money for the team. Yeah, I'm sure they are, MKI. Then he'll go out on a strikeout. And just as quickly, they are done with the fourth inning after, once again, Burns strikes him out. Oh, goodness. What other news do the Capitals possibly have? See, not too much, but apparently somebody will be getting another look at our next preseason game, and that's about it. I'm very excited. Actually, let's go over. See what the damage is. Oh, Canadiens have tied it up in the second period against the Leafs now. 1-1. Christian Dvorak is getting credited with the goal for Montreal and an assist from Alex Barre-Boulet. As being listed as the only assist on that goal. Oh, and Leafs goal was Tavares from Morgan Riley and Mitch Marner. I am shocked that this has come to pass. With Anthony Stolarz in goal. Hey, nice to see that they got a second one. All right. Yes, we already saw the first game certificate thing. You can take it off the screen now. Thank you. Fouled straight back into the net. Rutschman is back up again. We get the pitcher's duel game. Always the most exciting ones to try to call or to keep up with. That one bloops real high. Hadn't really seen him operate in that area, but completely missed anything. 1-1 now. Try again, and Rutschman will pop it foul away again. So that is now there. There it is, 1-2. Meanwhile, the other scores. 5 minutes until, well, yeah. Well, it's also Thursday night football, so anybody who is tuning into it, watch it at your own risk. Remember to take plenty of breaks for hydration as well as vitamins, as well as just general reminders that there are good pockets of humanity out there. Fouled away up again by Rutschman, still 1-2. That's the spirit. Aiming higher than losing 40-0. Got to aim for those gradual improvements. Rutschman's waited. And is the pitch clock off? Because I thought Garrett Cole should have just automatically gotten called there, but all right. We're simply at 2-2. And they'll get to center, and it'll be easy pickings for Judge. That is out number 1 for the O's. Now Cole is facing O'Hearn again. And that's just a little bit high. 1-0, and Dallas starts with a 3 and out. Odd. And while Cole will miss on the outside for that one, 2-0. Ryan O'Hearn is waiting, and he is pissed that he popped it up to shallow center. And Anthony will not trip over his own shoes and catch it in the center field. 2 outs. Rios up again. And it's on the inside corner for called strike. Meanwhile, that will hit the gap in right field, and finally the Orioles have their first single of the game and their first genuinely earned base runner, I guess you could say. Wow. Most in single season for franchise history for the Los Angeles Angels. 96 losses in a season. Meanwhile, Mullins will follow this the other way. All right, 0-1. Wow, they're really playing. Is that really a Drake tune that they're playing as a pump-up song? Okay. I see you, Yankees. I see you. That will get fouled into the batter and away. 0-2. I have no idea who Brandon Hyde even is, but apparently he's been the O's manager for 6 seasons. Hasn't reached 500 yet, but Maybe someday. Another one fouled away at 0-2. Actually, that was something I hadn't checked earlier. Meanwhile, Mullins will send that one foul and way down the line foul. Who is David Rackley? American baseball umpire. Over on umpire scorecards. Okay, so bad accuracy, bad expected accuracy, poor consistency, and oh no. Oh, this guy just sucks. Cool. All right, we're up to 1-2 now. Mullins trying to get anything going for the Orioles here in the fifth. And that's another one fouled away. I think he was trying to jump up to get a grip on the steal attempt. And that goes right into the pocket right here. Either chest or collarbone. One of those two. There's not a statistic of his, and that includes accuracy, expected accuracy, accuracy above expected, or consistency. That is above 50. However, favor and leverage are at 87 and 97. So that just makes me think that he's open for bribes. Cole will try to finish off the fifth inning again here at 1-2, and he will miss outside, and everybody is calling down the wrath of Eric Adams on him, or at least I assume that's whom they would call down at Yankee Stadium. They probably all assure all their friends they know the mayor personally. And that's another one missed outside. The crowd is even angrier. Now, both of those pitches actually were outside, but they will swing at this one, and it will be fouled away again. Mullins is extending the inning and running Cole's pitch count up. He is now up to 82. They try to aim for the interior part, and now just be right to Rizzo. He will run up to the bag and end the fifth. No big deal, and the Orioles strand a runner. I would think that they would have Garrett Cole on a pitch count, considering, playoffs will be coming up soon, and they don't want to, lose one of their most valuable weapons. Sorry, I just got to write a note down real quick. Okay, feel better now. Oh yeah, nobody's getting a benefit from David Rackley being behind the plate. And the Giants get on the board with a Greg Joseph 52-yard field goal. Oh, we are living the high life for sports tonight. Oh, Angie's already been fed. And they know that it is going to be at least another hour until official snack time for the evening. Oh, damn. And there were some fun matchups on October 10th that I wish I could have been available to stream, but nope, we'll just have to bring it in on the 17th. Okay, I see that further down the schedule, and yeah, we're going to have to do it. I got to get my team into the mix, even though it may be painful. You know, Autism Jr. looking a little bit perplexed after he missed on that big cut. Tries to bunt. Does not commit. Just forces Burns to rush off the mound just in case. Yeah, we'll have to do that then. Wow, now they're going on about, oh, wow, you see the word number 13 on the jerseys more often. Oh. I like how they're not giving an easy to look at list for any of their games, but just like, here, download the fucking PDF, deal with it. Well, looks like I've got a game for then as well. And while Chisholm fouls it away, he's still at 2-2. I'm actually just going through and marking down what I think would be the most painful Capitals games for you all to watch me sit through. Oh, we've already got the Pens on there. We can't have one season go by without the blood feud that defines our franchise, as Chisholm watches that one fall in the dirt for 3-2. And I'm thinking, yeah. And that'll be a fair one down the first base line, but right to the first baseman, out number 1. And Capitals versus Leafs sounds good. For December, what about Buffalo? Yeah, no, not Buffalo. Oh, we'll definitely do that. The real Thanksgiving game is Red Blacks versus Leafs. Hey, we have a whole season to get through, MKI. We still have to make it through that first. Dominguez fouls that away again. He's at 1-2 so far. Meanwhile, what about February? Oh. Well, we're definitely doing that. Meanwhile, I'm not sure what the referee was looking for that time. Always sit things at 1-2. Oh yeah, we definitely got to do that for February. Get the game on the first, because then the All-Star break happens, and hmm, oh, we're definitely doing that in March. Wait, is that the correct date? No, it's not. Gotta get that. Don't worry, we're not missing much in the game. The Orioles are essentially just sleepwalking through the rest of the inning. Rizzo is back up again. He's 0 for 1. And what do we do in April? April. Oh, we have to at that point. We have to. All right, looks like I've got the Capitals schedule squared away, and if they do any better, maybe we'll add some more pain to the schedule. But right now, Corbin Burns has worked up to a 3-0 count on Anthony Rizzo. He was only doing a 223 average so far this season, 8 home runs. Must be another one right to the first baseman again. And there goes the fifth inning. We're still only down by 1, but nothing else has happened so far. And it feels like very little will until one of the starters goes away and these teams have to go to the bullpen. It also, I think, doesn't say very much about a game when the more entertaining thing that I'm doing is looking up my possible scheduling instead of paying close attention to the intricacies of what's going on because, yeah, pitcher's duel, not much else to explain, and the announcers have decided to, I think, huff nail varnish before they went on the air. All right, yeah, we've already got our October 17th game, which will be like the official start of us getting back into Thursday night hockey again. You switched to curling? It was that awful? Ooh, damn. That is rough, but oh, the choices we have got for October coming up. Even Utah. Okay, get out of the commercials now, MLB Network. Yeah. No better MLB Network showcase than the Orioles getting humiliated by the Yankees. Always a good selection. Meanwhile, they'll start the sixth inning with a line drive looped over the head of the shortstop. All right, Henderson is back up for the O's. Hasn't made it on base tonight. I'm sure he would love to change that. Although we do have people warming up in the bullpen for the O's. That'll be fouled away. Gunnar Henderson now at a 1-1 count. Do I want to? Yeah, I'll just do it Thursday by Thursday. That'll be lofted right to Aaron Judge in center. That is out number 1 as the runner has to go back to first. And thank you, NHL, for not letting me easily download the schedule. Very much appreciated. They're not going to help me at all. All right, Cole's gotten to 0-1 on Westerberg. I assume that pitching was involved. Follow-up is chopped low. They're only going to be able to really get the out at first, and they just get it. Up to their second out now. And this is the first time that the O's have had a runner in scoring position this entire game. All right, we have to wait a minute while the next batter gets appropriately situated. Well, Leafs have taken the lead in the second period, 2-1 now over the Canadiens. Oh, and Cole is having a little conference with with a few of his players, including, Chisholm is in there, and so is Rizzo. All of the infielders. Cole's now up to 89 pitches. They have taken a timeout without taking the timeout. What do we get? Crowd is on the edge of its seat. He'll swing in some inside heat for a strike. No matter. No matter. And now it's 0-2. He went inside again. Yeah, he's going to make it to the 6th. That will get lined foul. Wow. All the patience for Mr. Cole. I don't know if those pitch clocks are real for them, but they certainly haven't applied as from what we've seen on the broadcast. They thought it was out, and the umpire just looked at it and like, no, get back here. Finish this up. Even Cole thought that was going to be a cute little strike 3 at the top of the zone. Manager is yelling, and even well, they get him swinging at the top of it anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's going to be the end of his evening. I'm sure that he's already put the umpire on his hit list for making him look bad at the end of the 6th inning. And we go wading back into the nonsense. Meanwhile, at the end of the 2nd, really, you think I doubt very much that the Buffalo Sabres are Eric Adams's favorite team. I mean, honestly, they probably wouldn't even give him the most money. The worst part of that, and this only I only know this because I read part of the indictment, it all centers around a certain building getting what was supposed to be a fire inspection essentially scuttled in order for a photo op to be prepared for. Like they wanted the building to be open on this day. They said there is no way that we can clear it as being safe to be inside. There's been no fire. It hasn't passed a fire inspection, and the gist of it was $10 million to look the other way, just so they could do this event at a certain building. And from the brief time that I ended up spending dealing it with real estate and building management, I found out how often that shit happens. Really, basically pushing off all the safety shit that you're supposed to do, and then promising to fix it and doing it on the slowest timeline possible. But anyway, Cowboys are up 7-3. Finally, something feels like it's normal. And Corbin Burns is no longer in. They have had to go to Yanir Cano. Wow, they took him out after 69 pitches, and the announcers really want something fun to talk about. So they're asking why. Volpe will watch one curve away for a 1-0 count. Oh, wow, they're still doing the vibes talk. They have got nothing else, not even during Anthony Volpe returning after his only at bat being a flyout. That'll be lined foul. Up to 2-1 now. And he gets him with a bit of heat, 2-2. Forces him to step outside and put his helmet back on. And Volpe goes away, barely with a fight. Oh yeah, we're down to now 9 outs, and because the O's are the visiting team, odds are good this is going to be over in the top of the ninth, which means we can go to bed earlier. Meanwhile, the refs are very blind. Thursday night football had to disappoint us in one way or another, and I see it has decided to go with the referees. Well, Torres is up 0-2 on the evening. Only run has come from that Giancarlo Stanton solo shot earlier this evening. Torres will not chase low. It is now 1-1. Tries the edge, misses it. We are up now 3-1 on Torres. And a little extra cheer from the crowd as they hope for Cano to give their team an extra boost. And he does. There's a walk. So they took him out to manage his pitch count. Meanwhile, Soto will send that as a rocket into center field. They get two runners on base and stare down the dugout. And here comes Aaron Judge. And crowd is expecting, I'm assuming, a 3-run shot at this point. Someone else is already warming up in the bullpen for the Orioles. Cionel Perez. Little conference on the mound. They are only at 1 out right now here in the bottom of the 6th. And they're really taking their time with this. Cano sets up and he goes wide. Taking his time, and then will swing big on a ball in the corner. Thought it was going somewhere else. Cano with the follow-up goes low again. Taking his time, Garrett Cole staring at the floor, probably having an imaginary conversation with a bug. And now it's 3-1. And we're about to have loaded bases here in the bottom of the 6th. Austin Wells will be coming up to bat. And now it is bases loaded. 1 out. And the Yankees are about to run it up on the Orioles here in the bottom of the 6th. So what the hell are they going to do here? And there goes Cano. They have to switch the pitchers. Cionel Perez will be coming in, and we have to wait. And the other scores around the NHL preseason, Flyers and Islanders are still scoreless at the end of the second. Rangers are up on the Bruins 4-2 at the end of their second period. And we're still waiting for a start from, the Sharks and the Ducks. I know I'm going to regret this. Going over to the NFL page on ESPN just in case there's other terrible news. Okay, Deebo Samuel practices. Niners Kittle expecting to play. No worries, no worries. Mike McDaniel doesn't know who his QB is. And yeah, Ragnow is out for the Monday night game against Seattle. Ooh. TV stopped working? Yep, this is probably a very good time to, take your own vitamins, say your prayers, and maybe have a nice moment with the windows open before the temperature gets too cold. I took advantage of that earlier today because I know it's not going to be like that for very long. Okay, we got a practice with Kittle, Samuels, Trent Williams, and Purdy getting back. And then Curtis Robinson suffered a knee injury during practice. And then Jordan Elliott, defensive tackle, suffered a foot injury. Damn. The injury woes continue as always for the 49ers. Extra cheers out there. He's going up against Austin Wells. That one will be fouled away the opposite direction. Tries to go low. Wells will not follow. We're at 1-1. Bases are loaded. Giancarlo Stanton is on deck. Orioles have only one out. They could very badly use a double play and not a bunch of heat that forces the batter away from the plate. We are now 2-1. Here's 2-1. It'll be fouled away again. Same direction by Wells. Yeah, that's as of right now, and I don't know. I don't know the finer details of the Rams MKI, but if you had to guess, what week would you say that your team will be at its healthiest again? Like week 7, week 8? Right now, I'm feeling that we won't be healthy again until like week 10, week 11, maybe week 13, week 14. By the way, we're up to a full count now, so we're about, I think, to walk in the second run of the inning as soon as Perez finishes and takes his time out. The Yankees fans cheering throughout. And on 3-2, we walk it in. Awesome. That is now 2-0. The Yankees have gotten scores from a solo shot, and now we have one walked in. At least week 11. Yeah. So I am not taking anything for granted during this part of the season, and honestly, neither should you. And Stanton will hit it towards the gap, and it's off the wall. They're going to score at least. Oh, he scores 3 and gets a stand-up double. RBI double and a solo shot from Stanton. Now they are up 5-0. Yeah. Also, remember anytime that a baseball announcer makes references to golf, uh, they are not your friends. They are on your side. They are not on your side. We get a grounder to get the second out. I'm sure that Stanton easily goes to third, but yeah. Once they bring golf into the equation, you should know they are not your friends. Wow, they are getting the playoff replay wank going early here on the MLB network with all the slow motion replays of every celebration. Meanwhile, another pitcher has been pulled for the O's, and we are still stuck here in the bottom of the sixth. I am never going to get to that next break. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll take it now. I'm I'm already so severely disinterested in this game. It's thrown off my schedule and my vibe for the week. And yeah, Yankees or whatever. They're going to do fine. They will have their time in the sun. Let's take our break now, and we will return for more of this nonsense. The remains of the O's being beat up by the remains of the Yankees here on another stupid sports show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Yankees just got a stolen base. They now have batters on second and third. Have they even gotten 2 outs yet? Oh, good, they have. At least something's gone on. This is Baker who's pitching now for the O's. Wow, they took their time a little bit with that call. But that is a now 1-2 count up on Rizzo. We also apparently just called him up from AAA as all of the other arms had fallen apart. Meanwhile, this will be cracked into right and it'll bounce off the wall, and I think that's going to be 2 more for the Yankees. So now it is 7-0 Yankees. And there are the Yankees reminding everybody that they have seen where you sleep and that your parents will cry when they see what they have done to you. And Volpe is up again. Holy hell. Yeah, this is... And most of that has been this inning. It's been very quiet since the Yankees decided to go around. We're now at 0-2, and Volpe might end this inning by striking out. Crap. Will he, though? Does miss high, 1-2. Meanwhile, Tommy Kahle is apparently warming up for the Yankees, doing the Triple H water bottle thing. Baker checks in with the runner at first. The crowd boos. Oh, John Jay, it's very much the same stream. It's just that the Yankees have had themselves a big inning at the expense of the O's bullpen. Wow. Volpe for the Yankees started the inning by striking out. Then they scored a whole bunch of runs, and he struck out again to end the 6th inning finally. We are on to the 7th. This does not bode well for the O's with the playoffs coming up. I mean, they have already guaranteed themselves the playoff spot, and I think they're going to be in the wild card for sure. Don't know who they're going to be playing yet, but yeah, I saw that Rangers are still. Is it still 4-2? So that's the score that I saw when it was at the end of the 2nd. Meanwhile, the Cowboys have scored again. It's now 14-6. Could be worse, I suppose. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're getting at that time of year. The darkness is coming earlier and earlier. Hope you all enjoyed the light while it was here. And special reminder for those of you who keep track of these things, our annual Tibbs Eve celebration, where I essentially spend the night just hanging out and getting drunk on stream, happens to be on a Monday this year. So I don't quite know how I'm going to handle that, because I'm still thinking it over. Because the point of that stream is to just do a stream where I don't have to think very hard about the technical side of things, because I'll be getting drunk. But any possible stream that could happen on that night feels like it's going to be important. So we'll have to get to that when it comes there. Meanwhile, Ishii is lurking. I see you, Ishii. I hope you're doing well, and my thoughts with your very injured team. Don't worry, we are just as bad. We're also watching the Baltimore Orioles in what is probably a preview if they make it past the wild card round, getting slapped down hard by the Yankees, and Garrett Cole's still in the game. Wow. Oh, I'm doing good, Ishii. Just hanging out. Meanwhile, another strikeout for Garrett Cole. Down to 8. Oh. No, it's good times. It's good times over here. It's getting colder. The sports are coming back up again. And NBA will be here soon. NHL will be here soon. Yeah, the Yankees went on a major tear in the previous inning, feasting on the Orioles bullpen. I mean, it's nice to see that they were doing well again, but I do not think they are going to make the series. Oh yeah, the chili is getting closer. Now it's just, making sure to buy the spices without any lead in them. Yay, America. As fouled away, 1-2. Yeah, I need to figure out what we're going to do for that stream, because we're definitely not doing the Army Navy game again. I do not need that much pain in my life. Meanwhile, that'll be a line drive right to the second baseman. Snags it out of the air. Wow. Yeah. And now Garrett Cole is getting the boot after his 100th pitch. Actually, 100th first. Oh, yeah. But other than that, all's good over here. I am just very excited for getting into bed tonight. It's been a long day. Oh, well, I guess since you're here, hang on. Since you're here, just a moment. Just a moment. Now, I would like to make it clear, I did speak to him during our last break. I asked him if he had requested extra innings for this game. He assures me that he has not. Right now, MKI, I think he's more focused on whether the Twins are going to do anything and the upcoming Minnesota Timberwolves championship. So, yeah, he's got He's got other things on his mind. Here we are in the seventh inning. That'll be a nice flip from the glove off the ground. And already we are third out, and we are down to the seventh inning stretch. Damn. I don't know if he'll be up that late for tomorrow night's game. And the one I believe you are referring to, if I can get the proper window back up here. Nope, I closed it. Yeah, you're talking about Ticats versus Lions, which is happening tomorrow night, and I'm not exactly sure if there's anything specific that can be clinched as far as, a playoff spot tomorrow. Apparently Hamilton is still in the race, as is Calgary somehow. All right, have fun in the real life, Ishii. And yeah, they're not saying anything about, or maybe they're keeping it further down. No, they're not. This is basically Hamilton needs to win if they want to stay in some conceivable way. I haven't been able to find any place reliable that wasn't riddled with gambling to look up playoff scenarios for the CFL yet. Meanwhile, Blue Bombers can clinch with a win over the Elks tomorrow. That makes sense. Do they know if it will definitively eliminate the Elks as far as getting into the playoffs? Or will it just not help? A little premature to name a QB for a week's game against the Titans, says Mike McDaniel. Wow. Tua has the concussion. Thompson has the rib injury. Tyler Huntley and Tim Boyle will be splitting reps during the individual position drills. Oh, things are worse in Miami than I thought. Indeed, team. Indeed. Oh, there's the setup. Looking like Brewers Diamondbacks if it started today. Padres Mets if everything held, but stupid stuff could still go on. Yes, Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley, and the Leafs have scored another goal. Well, I think that makes it 3-1. Oh, I thought it was an additional one. I saw that they had scored that second goal near the end of the second period. Is it? Yeah, John Tavares. Oh, what do you know? Another pitcher is in for the Orioles here in the bottom of the seventh. Oh, you're in the second right now on your TV. Ah, gotcha. All right. How much damage can they do now? Torres will just let a lazy curve sail high. Baker will see that fastball go wide. Meanwhile, Ottawa has a goal. Damn. 2-1 now over Buffalo. That one gets fouled back. First strike. All right, Baker. What are you going to serve up for the 2-1? Gives a heat that makes a big whiff by Torres. Yankees manager looking on, trying to swallow his own molars. Torres comes back into the batter's box. And he goes chasing high for that strikeout. Damn. Oh boy, the announcers are freaking out about the possibility of a universe where the Yankees don't get into the World Series for another year, and they sound very concerned. Thursday, October 3rd. What will the game be on Thursday, October 3rd? Bruins at Kings preseason. Meanwhile, that will get chopped. Henderson will lose it and then throw it into the dugout. Although it did hit the backstop, so the guy just overran and will be safe at first. It's in Quebec City at the new stadium. Hang on, let me write it down. Just in case. That's Thursday, October 3rd. Kings. All right. I know I don't have it officially booked up yet, so damn, people are still arguing over popcorn? This is another high fly ball to the warning track, and it's in and gone. And a 2-run home run from Aaron Judge into left center. And it goes into the bullpen. Yankees now up 9-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. A test run for the return of the Quebec Nordiques. Oh. If only. If only. True North does not think so as long as Gary is the commissioner. Well, maybe they tricked him and told him that it was in Madison or something. And he just got confused and walked off. And a big cut by Wells, and he's upset with himself for taking it. Second out for the Yankees. And Baker experiencing trial by fire with an Aaron Judge home run. Meanwhile, the Twins get a solo shot from Correa to get on the board, now 4-1 in the bottom of the sixth. Stanton is up again. He's got 0-1 on him right now. That'll be fouled away. However, 0-2. Four RBIs, 2 runs. An NFL team in Toronto, a better chance. Ooh. And a big cut underneath to end the 7th inning. Strikeout for Baker against Stanton. And now the 8th inning comes. Orioles down to their last 6 outs. They trail by 9 runs. This game is really only going slow because we got hung up in the 6th inning. The Yankees went around their entire lineup. The inning actually started and ending with the same players striking out. And yeah, that has added some time. We've had to go through a few pitchers out of the Baltimore bullpen. They're now beating up a guy who was recently called up out of AAA. Aaron Judge just got a 2-run shot off of him. So, yeah, the game's going a little bit slow, but ideally we should be done before Thursday Night Football is done. I hope. Also, looking through the upcoming NFL schedule, NHL schedule as well, and trying to find interesting things to add to the list. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've gotten a couple of those school closings as well for when I was growing up on the East Coast. Stuff would hit the Carolinas, and the really bad ones, they would close just in case. Game was voted on by Bruins ownership and outvoted Bettman 32-1. You don't know if Bettman will survive if he keeps pushing back on it. Oh. That's pretty incredible that all the NHL owners would be united on something like that. How it should be. Don't like the pitch clock. Gotcha. Yeah, Bruins and other ownership. All right, Emmanuel Rivera has stepped into the lineup for the O's tonight. He watched that first strike go by. Meanwhile, that one just flew. Catcher had to stand up to grab it. Oh, yeah, starting talks in Atlanta again. So I heard. Counts up to 1-2 right now, by the way. And Canely goes very inside on that next one. Count is evened up. And they're still trailing in the bottom of the 6th, 4-1. Canley goes to the outside now. 3-2. Oh, yeah, they get the AL East and the first round bye with the win. That is a strikeout for Rivera. Canley gets them 5 outs away. All right. 2-minute warning at MetLife. This is for the first half, right? Yep, still in the first half. Good. We still can finish before the Monday Night Football game does. Mullins takes a big cut up high, but nothing doing. Oh, and 1 fouls it off his own inseam. 0-2. Yeah, it looks like the Orioles didn't get the best odds on winning the World Series from DraftKings. Fouled away again. Oh, God. Folks, you cannot imagine how much my soul died at hearing the announcer describe a meetup of certain teams in the playoffs as a ratings bonanza instead of a great matchup. I got to be honest, it's the same feeling I get whenever I hear somebody refer to football games as the product. And while Canley goes erratic again, gives Mullins the 1-2 count. Yeah. I have a feeling a number of people miss the message of that song, True North, and all I can think about now is bad puns and a redhead putting on sunglasses. And Mullins will just keep extending this at bat. We are still at 1-2. All right, let's see how the game is going. All right, Jones is 13 for 15, 142 yards. That isn't terrible. Still 1-2, by the way. Mullins fouled away again. Just a couple of TD passes. That one goes off the back of the pitcher and bounces into the outfield. Oh, that's fantastic. It looks like it didn't even feel like he doesn't even look like he's hurt. Yeah. Yeah, it went off of his back and then bounced into center field. Oh, no. He's out. They've taken him out of the game. We have a pitching change for the Yankees. Damn it, another pitching change. All right. Yeah, Dak's not doing too bad either. Only 1 incompletion, 2 TDs, 141 yards. It looks like it'll be Clay Holmes coming in to pitch for the Yankees. I have absolutely no idea who it is. It's just that apparently I'm still behind. And so ESPN gets these updates before I do. All right. Well, maybe this will be the last pitcher that we get and we don't have to sit through this once again. Giants field goal is good. Hey, now they only trail by 5. Can they keep it that way before halftime shows up? Oh, NHL, you can't get here soon enough. I know, Tim. We're all cheering for the Giants right now. You know, that is 1-1 count after Holmes misses. Well, that one's bit in the dirt. Hey, strange days around us, Tim. Strange days indeed. Oh, the Yankees fans are having a grand old time tonight. There have been all kinds of chants reverberating throughout the stadium, and I've been unable to decipher a single one of them. I'm assuming Let's Go Yanks has been among them, but everything else, not a clue. Oh, Luke, yeah, it got very out of hand. Meanwhile, that bat just flew out of the batter's hands and went into the stands. And the ushers have grabbed it. Oh, thanks, Tim. Glad you liked it. Yep, went to the stand, was grabbed by the concession guy. No one's hurt. All right, I guess we're a little bit more awake now. At least I hope. That is the plan, but so far I'm having a little bit of a more fun vibe for this week's playlist. I don't know so much Into the Void. All right, Luke. See you Saturday. Oh, Saturday. Saturday's going to be fun. 2 games in a row as Holiday fouls down the line. Damn, Gunnar Henderson is now off the field for the Orioles. He stares at that strike for 0-2. Damn. Jackson Holiday, he cracks it. However, it gets muffed in the shallow outfield. And Jackson Holiday gets the hit when he comes in as a pinch hitter. We now have runners at first and second for the Orioles, and something has happened. Wow. Torres was kept grabbing at it, could not come up with the ball. Rizzo diving first, he failed, and then Torres could not handle it. The very same, John Jay. Westberg now up for Baltimore. Holmes will put that in the dirt, 1-0. All right, 1-0 gets. They didn't need the catcher assistance. I thought it was in, but they'll call the strike anyway. Oh, number 1 overall pick. Yeah, they were going on about first round pick. I figured he was up there. Now 1-2 off of that miss. Cheer coming up again from the assembled masses here at the cultural fault line known as Yankees Stadium. Two and two. All right. Holmes will try again. That will be fouled. Holmes very much taking his time again. Oh, somebody is waving to their family at home. They're trying to get seen on TV by their relatives. And so, of course, the camera cuts away. Good job, production truck. They're trying it again. Here is the throw, and Volpe will get the out to Rizzo at first. And there goes the 8th inning for the Orioles. They're down to their final 3 outs, and maybe the Yankees can pour on some more humiliation as we go to the bottom of this inning. Maybe. While Cowboys have the ball with 20 seconds left. This is just according to Espen. They got to their own 45, now have 3rd and 12. And the Giants have taken a timeout. Oh. I gotta be honest, Angie. I don't know about the Yankees, but I don't think the Orioles are long for this year's baseball playoffs. No kidding. First sack since 2021. Wonders never cease. Very nice. And a 4th and 12 after an incompletion. Oh, good times. Feels like a nice way to end the second half. All right, let's see how the rest of the MLB schedule is going to Shape up. Okay. The next one for the White Sox is the Detroit Tigers tomorrow afternoon at 5:40. Garrett Crochet is going to be pitching, and Detroit apparently has not decided yet. I'm shocked. And surprise, there's another pitcher in for the O's, Matt Bowman. And just Chisholm will bloop this one, but it will be chased down by the left fielder. Cowser with the first out. Wow. That was a good rundown of the ball. Okay. So hopefully by 8:30 tomorrow night, the Chicago White Sox will have their 121st loss and we can stop paying attention to it. Meanwhile, Verdugo is up to bat, and his first pitch of the evening is a foul away for a strike. Tries the corner, does get it. The umpire has been generous when he has not been confusing. 0-2. Goes high. And then nothing doing. Fouled away again. Halftime. Cowboys lead the Giants 14-9. Could be a lot worse. Yeah, he didn't go around on that one. That's an easy call for 2-2. Yeah, I'm sure the groans from the Sox fans will be even louder and more pained. And meanwhile, Verdugo has lifted this one into the middle deck at Yankee Stadium. It is 10-0. Oh, wow. Alex Verdugo hits it 378 feet. Wow. Wow. Also, listening to the announcers refer to Verdugo as the least guy on the roster and then have to immediately backtrack. Yeah, Tim, this might be done. I mean, it would have to be a very, very crowded ninth inning for the Orioles, and then I wouldn't even know if they'd survive the bottom of the ninth. Like, they are running out of pitchers. One catches the inside for Rizzo. He's now looking at 1 ball and 2 strikes. That will be missed by the second baseman charging to the right. And now the pain gets extended, and they run another commercial as we wait. Holy hell. Yep, former Dodger Alex Verdugo Just got a home run here in the bottom of the 8th. All right, Volpe is up. Come on. We can get him. He's struck out twice so far. All right, that's a called strike on the corner. Good. I just want this game over at this point. Cracked foul in the opposite direction, 0-2. All right, that's a step closer. All right. Volpe facing the 0-2. He protects the plate, fouls it away. No one gets fired from this game, I don't think. I mean, it doesn't really matter that they're losing this badly. The O's are already in the playoffs. And I think this is just them throwing people at the meat grinder and giving them big league experience and hoping for not too much more psychological damage. Still at 1 out, by the way. Yankees have a runner on first. The Yankees also lost a pitcher in the top of the inning when he got a line drive drilled off of his back. And Volpe will just pop to shallow right. And as the second out, good. Oh, they're prepping the locker room and getting the bottles of bubbly for them to pop. A very special game going on in Vancouver. You know, Bacon Man, that is how I know you're an Orioles fan, because that is the permanent motto, I think, of Orioles fans since 1983. Vancouver hosts Abbotsville in the second NHL versus AHL game of the week. Cool. Ah, that is cool. Oh, yeah. Back-to-back years, right? All right. Well, I think myself, I will say I think you can get out of the wild card, but just as it was for the Red Sox, if y'all can't get past the Yankees, then yeah, I will not believe. No, even worse, Bacon Man. I ended up inheriting the White Sox when I moved to Chicago because they happened to win the series the year that I moved there. And now I'm here where Detroit can clinch their spot in the playoffs by beating the hell out of my team. And I'm cheering the Tigers on. So, I guess in a way I am right now, but nope. Bruins played the first one, won 13-0. Woof. It's been a bit of a rough year, as you can imagine, Bacon Man, but I mean, at least we got a couple of giggles from the few times that they won, happening to be times I streamed them. At least now I'm getting to watch, what I expected out of a Yankees Orioles game. Lots of pain for Orioles fans. Uh, and they have lost 5-2 against the Rangers. Ouch. Oh, I can imagine. Meanwhile, that'll be chopped toward Chisholm, and he got it. Damn. Good scoop by Rizzo, and that is the first out of the ninth. Yeah, I understand, Bacon Man. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay win 8-7 over the Florida Panthers. And now we have a pinch hitter, Slater, who is in. This will go up the middle, and that's runner on first for Austin Slater. Yeah, goalies be damned indeed. Another pitcher is in now for the Yankees. This is Hill. Rutschman is still in, the designated hitter for the night. We're only 2 more outs away. Come on, you can finish this out, Hill. Does get the called strike. Come on, I just want to go to bed. Yeah, sure. All the catcher assistance on that one. 0-2. They'll be chopped foul by Rutschman. Hold it at 0-2. All right. What else is going down tomorrow? Oh, Royals and Braves will be at 6:20. And Twins can beat up the O's to try to secure their place in the wild card. Fouled away again by Rutschman. Still hanging on 0-2. And that one gets missed. 1-2. Oh, yeah, no, I heard that chant that time. That was a definite Orioles suck chant coming out of the Yankees fans. The old Tapper, they'll get the Patcher off the mound, and not in time. Safe at first. And now we have decided to do shit here in the top of the ninth. Yeah, starting 5 pitchers for 2 days. Nice. I haven't heard them declare a particular want of any team yet. Just, well, I'm just waiting for the mayor to resign. That's all I'm really waiting for. Get a called strike to Mountcastle. Another chopper, and they have to chase again, and there is no play. And now the bases are loaded. Oh my goodness, come on. Like this is when I played slow pitch softball, these were the kind of grounders that I would hit, always chop in front of the home plate and force the third baseman to charge. And that's just because I couldn't swing. All right, Rivera is now up, and this is going. No, don't! Oh, it's only to the warning track, thank goodness. We did not get a grand slam here in the ninth. Oh, never mind. They sent in the runner from third. The guy advanced from second, so it will no longer be a shutout. Slater has gotten the run. No. And now the people are standing up at Yankee Stadium. Mostly because they want their pants to start drying on the walk down to the Uber pickup. That pitch very much on the inside. 1-0. Cedric Mullins will foul it away again. 1-1. And the cheers are coming up again. Not sure quite what they're saying. Here's another chopper, and that'll be an easy throw to first base to clinch the AL East and a bye, get some rest. The Yankees defeat the Orioles 10-1. That is your final. Pop the bubbly, kick the rat in the sidewalk, and do whatever else New Yorkers do when the Yankees win a game. All right. Well, I'm glad you're not worried about it, Bacon Man. Best of luck to them. I don't know if we'll be following the Orioles for the little bit of baseball playoff coverage that we'll do. I'm going to just go with whatever game is the most interesting and what the schedule allows. But we will look in, and hey, if we get more of the Orioles, I will be pleasantly surprised. But that I think is going to do it for me tonight here on another stupid sports show. Been so long since we've done baseball. Not sure how ready I am for the playoffs, but I'll do my best. Thank you for tuning in, all of you who did, dropping by for however long, hanging out in chat, whether you just stayed and lurked. This is Jim B on 106.9 Click FM. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you on Saturday. And good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.